name is Mykola, it's Nick. I'm physical therapist in the Next Step Rehab Clinic, and we are working mostly with wounded soldiers. This is men in the age of 18 to 40, 45. There are some sons, some fathers, and they go to the east part of Ukraine to this war, and we are helping all kind of soldiers who get some trauma, injury in this war against Russia.
8 days left. Yes, 8 days left till demob. And I got on the mine which exploded. I wanted to be able to walk again at once. When the mine exploded, my first thought was about playing football. Sometimes I go to the military hospital to see the fellows who came back for their treatment or rehabilitation. Of course, it was very hard to see everything that was happening.
My name is Kirikovic Olena. I'm a PR manager of the charity fund Revived Soldiers Ukraine. The charity fund Revived Soldiers Ukraine was established in 2015. It was founded in America by Irina Vashchuk-Kyiv. She's the president of the fund. She lives in America, and she had an idea to open the rehabilitation center Next Step Ukraine in Ukraine as well. Since Euromain, she started taking the soldiers for treatment and prosthesis to America.
Збирати кошти, тоді ще не було благодійного фонду як організації. Ось вона самотужки шукала волонтерів.
She was collecting donations. This fund wasn't established as the organization at that time. All by herself, she was looking for volunteers, had negotiations with doctors to conduct surgeries and prostheses for free for the soldiers who suffered here. And then she decided to open the charity fund to make it a larger scale process to help as many soldiers as possible. Since 2015, when the fund started working, she began to take our fellows for rehabilitation to Next Step Los Angeles. So our center exists as the prototype of the American one. All equipment here is ordered and brought from America. Our physical therapists work according to America standards. From time to time, they go to America to take part in the trainings or internships. The aim of the fund is to help as many soldiers as possible.
Сама ціль фонду – це допомогти якомога більше бійцям.
And also we help in veterans pay the money for they operate a lot of operations in Ukraine and in US too, because we have not so good medicine in Ukraine, and some clinicians, some doctors said that they can do some operation in Ukraine. So then we take this patient and go with them to US and do this operation in US. So sometimes we help to save some legs or arms. It's like this way.
The doctors cannot help them in Ukraine anymore. Doctors reach the dead end. So we take those soldiers to America for conducting surgeries. If you ask about the examples, there is one. In Ukrainian hospital, the soldier was proposed to amputate his leg, but we convinced him not to agree. We took him to America and he came back on 2 legs.
І хлопець повернувся на своїх 2 ногах. Вони живими повернулися.
The guys came back alive, but most of them cannot leave their flats because most of them either need prosthesis, which you should wait for a long time, or they are in wheelchairs and there is no way for them to leave the flats by themselves and do something on their own. So we need to make people aware about it and provide therapy for the soldiers. Unfortunately, there are almost no centers like this.
Реабілітацію практично немає.
We have physical therapist, we have psychological therapist, we have therapist of speech therapist, like for language, and we have some occupational therapists sometimes. We have a neurological doctor, like PRM, physical rehabilitation medicine doctor. So we have a little team over there. So it's not so hard to working with patient. It's not alone, not only me. So it's a little team, and we have our some main goal for one patient, and we're working on that goal together. Sometimes it's hard to speak with relatives, not with guys. It's harder with relatives, because when you're speaking with some parents and you need to say them not so good prognosis, it's harder one, because often the mothers or any brothers, daughters have more feelings for them than they by themselves.
The state or organization do not have enthusiasm to help financially. Our center needs $10,000 a month to provide free therapy to our soldiers. Now we only have 3 sponsors in Ukraine. When we ask for financial help, unfortunately, the companies do not want to be associated with the military men. The common point is their motherland. Of course, they wanted to protect it. They wanted the war to end as fast as possible, so that the territories are not given away to another country. They just wanted to protect everything which belongs to them, to bring the peace for children and parents.
Of course, we want everything to finally finish. There are many fellows, many acquaintances who didn't come back, who were severely wounded.
After traumatic brain injury, we often teaching them walking, to use their arms, legs, so because they have their own dreams, and we try to make this dream in reality. So it's not our therapy. It's not only on this center. So, for example, with one patient, which dream was to go on the top mountain in Ukraine. It's like 2,000 meters, like Varla. It was like a dream to go to this mountain. So I, with my colleague, we take this patient, and on some weekends we go to this mountain. And he was after gunshotting on the head, and he don't have half of his brain, and we make this dream come true. So it's not only on this center, and this is our job. When doctors and save some lives, we make the quality of these lives after these operations.